In the late 19th century, the United States was a nation transformed by steam and steel. With over 170,000 miles of track crisscrossing the country, the power of the railway was growing, and so was the potential for disaster. One of the worst train wrecks of the 1800s occurred in Ashtabula, Ohio. It was a tragedy born of pure ego and engineering neglect. At the center of this story was Amasa Stone, a stern and stubborn industrialist who built a railway empire. In the 1860s, Stone insisted on building an all-iron bridge across the Ashtabula River, a span of 150 feet. He used a modified Howe truss design, ignoring blatant warnings from experts that the iron beams were far too small for such a massive structure. The construction itself was a series of failures. The bridge actually sagged under its own weight, and it was discovered that the beams had been installed incorrectly. But instead of addressing these fatal structural flaws, Stone forced laborers to simply shim the gaps with scrap metal. Despite these massive red flags, the bridge was open to traffic in 1865. On December 29, 1876, Ohio was gripped by sub-zero temperatures and over 20 inches of snow. A massive blizzard was raging. The Pacific Express was more than 2 hours behind schedule as it approached the Ashtabula station at 7:30 p.m. As the lead engine crossed the iron bridge, 75 feet above the river, the driver heard a sickening snapping sound and felt the train slipping backward. He desperately threw the throttle open. The coupling between the two engines snapped, leaving the lead engine on solid ground. He watched in horror as the second engine and every single passenger car plunged 75 feet into the frozen river as the bridge collapsed into a twisted heap of iron. One by one, the cars followed into the chasm, piling on top of each other. The fall was only the beginning of the nightmare. The wooden cars, equipped with coal stoves and oil lamps, quickly ignited into fireballs. Survivors described a horrific scene of fire, freezing water, and blood-curdling screams. The blizzard hampered rescue efforts, and in a shocking twist, it was reported that the local fire chief arrived intoxicated and refused to fight the flames. At least 92 passengers and crew perished in what became known as the Ashtabula Horror. It remains the third deadliest rail accident in U.S. history. This tragedy forced a massive shift in public safety, leading to the Interstate Commerce Act of 1887, which finally established federal oversight for railroad safety to ensure that lives were never again sacrificed for corporate greed.